Hi everyone, happy Boxing Day. It's Tracy, and I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas or holiday, and I know people are celebrating Hanukkah, and I just want to say happy everything to everyone because I love you all. So I finished this journal before Christmas. Now I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to show it to you without any interruptions because my son and my dog are here, but I'm going to give it a try. So this is a 3 signature journal with digitals as well as scrapbook paper and vintage and antique authentic ephemera. So you've just got the scrapbook paper cover here, and this is fabric from, oh, I'm sorry, I thought I washed all the paint off. Fabric from the fabric samples that I got, and I've just tied it up with these ribbons to try and use the blue to try and pull the blue from the fabric in. So this is stuck on here, I apologize. Okay, there we go. So it is, oh my God. They are through grommets. So let me just get this, try and get this in the way, out of the way, whatever. So what I've done is, this is a photo, reproduction photo from 49 Dragonflies Ko-fi site. And so I've just distressed it, backed it with some scrapbook paper, some of the fabric sample, some lace from a scarf that I had, and just some more scrapbook paper. And I've sewn on this vintage button and added this antique lace. So that's the cover, and I'm still fighting with this. I don't know what I've done. Oh, I know someone didn't want to go through. That's okay. Then I've also made this little dangle with these vintage buttons, and these, I have no idea where I got the beads, but they match the copper on here and the colors throughout there. So, okay, I'm gonna figure this out now and forever, or I'm just gonna go like this and hope for the best. I have really made a mess of this. Okay, oh, it opens, hallelujah. Now, this vintage book is called Each Bright River, and it's a novel from 1950. And so what I've done is I've used the fabric for the spine, and this is actually Tim Holtz paper, and we've got some cello tape here. So I wanted to save the cover. So this is just another piece of fabric here. This is an image from a vintage floral book, and this paper is from Blackwork on Ko-fi. I will list her name at the end of my description box, but I found her out of the blue, and she has the most amazing digital kits. I like, and they're freebies, so I was pretty excited. So this is actually just a little piece of a digital kit that I pulled out and made a little tag with a little buckle, and these are like the washer parts of the eyelets. And then this is a Raindrop Lila tag that I've just backed with encyclopedia paper. And on the back we have, this is from a vintage tablecloth. And in here we just have an image from a magazine, and I really liked the image. So this is a page from a play, Twelfth Night, Shakespeare. Here we have vintage music sheet. It's from a book chorus group of gentlemen. Here we have some lace, and here we have a vintage postcard from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It's part of the big postcard lot I got. And then on this page, this is actually a card that held a bunch of different like little keys, decorative keys and brads and everything, and I just thought, oh, it's kind of cute. So I put a couple holes in it and made it a tag. And this is from Mica on coffee dyed paper with a stencil. And here's just some lace. We have a antique receipt from 1919. And here we have, this is from a student workbook. And this is another vintage page. I love that. And here is a check from 1936. And this is from 1869, French. And here we have, this is another Raindrop Lila tag. And I don't know if this is her backdrop or if this is from the digital kit that I found online, but this is a antique paper Jane photo. And this is just again from that book that I like. And on this tag, oh, sorry if you hear that, we're watching the World Hockey Juniors. So on this piece of lace, on this bulb pin, I have another couple little charms there. So let's keep going. And this is a printable. And this is a receipt from New York from 1907. And here is a coffee dyed French book page. And this is from an Ideals magazine. And I absolutely love the page. The colors work really well with this sort of theme of the book, with the browns and the dark greens, and and then here, this is just an book page, and I've just added this little piece of leftover coffee dyed scrapbook paper. Here's the other side of some of these receipts. I love this one. And here's that letter. And on the back of that letter, I made a little pocket with, I think this was tracing paper and then fabric. And then I've made this tag out of vintage, this is vintage wrapping paper. And these are just other printables in this collage. And this is the back of that check. And here I've just attached this tracing paper printout onto here. And we've got the more gorgeous printables. And in this, this is again coffee stain scrapbook paper. It's just this little tiny thing I cut out. And in here, this is just some gold swatch painting that I've done. This is from the Metropolitan Museum of Art. They're alphabet masterpieces, and this is a German, I guess it's an insert, an ad for, I guess, textiles. And it's fairly old there as well. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. And that's just the receipt. Here's the other piece of that lace with another bulb pin. The mica stained book page. Here we have this, such fun. This is so cool. You know how hard this was to put on? Because like these little things were flying everywhere and they wouldn't sit still. And I didn't know which way was up or down. But just that little bit of visual texture, and it's so soft. So we've got the play, the beautiful digital paper, and here's another page from the book. This is from a magazine that's just embossed paper. Here we have a little bit of a collage on the back with the German tape. Here's another of the printables. You can see the spine down there, and there's just a butterfly sticker on there. Here we have a liquor label, and again it pulls in the beautiful colors that are going throughout here, and this is another Raindrop Lila tag, backed again with encyclopedia paper and just a little piece of trim up there. And here I've punched this vintage German music page. This is packing paper that I've just done some texture stencil on it, and there's a little cello tape up there. And this is a German receipt. I'm not sure the date, but this is the wrapping paper. Isn't that so cool? It's just total mushroom wrapping paper. And here we have the printable. This is from a magazine that was promoting Wells. So it had a bunch of ads in it, and so I just pulled those out. Here's a recipe for beef a la mode. A la mode. Isn't a la mode with ice cream? Oh, here's some embossed packing paper. And this is some vintage embroidery pattern paper. And on this book page from the painting lessons book for, I think it was university or college, I just took this little piece, I fussy cut it from, I don't remember where, but I decided I put an eyelet in, and just this little bird cage charm. And this is just a piece of the scrapbook paper, and I've just put a book page on it, and then I've just sorry, my dog, I've just let the glue dry, and then I tore it off, and I like how it has like the little bits there. So we've got some packaging paper on the bottom for a pocket, and then I made this little book with extra journaling spaces in it. And pull out that little ledger. So it's cute, just a little extra in there. So that's behind there. Here we have a little piece of ledger from 1927. This was from, I guess, a diary or a date book. On the back, it had a newspaper article. This is from a magazine. It's repurposed vintage luggage. I love the locks that they had in the latches. And in the middle here is vintage buttons and dangles and buttons and everything just beautiful, all made into a heart. I love repurposing things like that. And here again is another of the vintage suitcases. There's the back of that ledger. There's that painting book. And here is, sorry, just made a fabric tag with a rusted safety pin. And here's the pattern paper. Just on this packing paper, I just put some little stamps that were on the back of a letter. Now we have broiled tripe. Oh, I'm certainly not hungry tonight. And here's another ad from that Wells magazine. More of the digitals. Here's more of that wrapping paper. And this receipt is 1932. Some more lightly embossed packing paper. And I had this circle that I had punched out of magazine quite some time back. Or sorry, cut out of magazine, and then I punched it. I don't know if you can see the punch. And here's the German music paper. We have another uptuck here with the vodka liquor label. And here on the Antique Paper Jane Patreon site with her freebies were these specimen slides. So what I've done is I've just put a magazine photo behind, which sort of matches the blue from This Is Sampool. And I just did some ink. It's been a long Christmas. So on the corners here, I just put some brads, and then I've just attached it with some fabric tape, and just added, like a little bit of sparkle dust, which is actually just vintage photo. And then I just did the stamp down here. And there's more printables. Here is some more coffee stencil dyed French book page. Here we have some digital. This is from a magazine. And on the back of here, I've used the perm roller papers as a hinge. This is Raindrop Lila, and I've just backed it with some lined paper. And we have a vintage doily, and this is just some ribbon, and I put in one of these little thingies, whatever they are, from Tim Holt. I love this. Isn't this, I love, look at it. It looks so real. So this is some old scrapbook paper that I had. It's like really heavy duty scrapbook paper, so I can't use it in pages, so I just make tags out of it. Just backed it with some leftover paper and a nice green playing card that goes with. Here is, this was Ruby and Pearl. I had it left over, so I made a pocket with it. And here is just a collaged tag. I think this would have been, I don't know if that was a Ruby and Pearl envelope or not. That's, I think, Ruby and Pearl or Amity Bloom. Just some washi there, just a little bit of everything. And here's some embossed paper here with another Sampool, and I just backed it with some leftover digital paper. I just did a little stencil there. This is from a German newspaper, so it's the ad. I really like it. Now this is so funny because I pulled out pages that I thought were empty from a stamp book that I had in the 80s, and I didn't realize that I had a 1-cent Tonga, or a 1S, whatever the postage was, and I coffee dyed over it, and it stayed. So, and it still mentions Siam, so it's a while back, this book. And just a little strip leftover paper scrap I added in. This is from a book about learning English, I think. Oh, and pronunciation, because how to say cowardice. Is not ice. Whatever. Here we have some antique ledger. This is some coffee dyed tracing paper, and I've just done a texture paste stencil on it. Here we have an encyclopedia page, And this is a written letter. I don't know the date on it. I'm sorry. And this cool picture is from a magazine. I just love this picture. I've had it for quite a while. I've never used it, so I just threw on a couple little photo tabs and put her in there. She can peek over the letter. Now on the back of this ledger, I did some embossed paper and another tag that I've decoupaged and just put lined paper on the back with the lace from that scarf as a tag. And this is another vintage playing card. And there's the ledger. It's from Oshkosh. Part of that book, that little flip out, my stamp album. And here's the other side of that ad, that German newspaper ad. And this is some dotted graph paper that I've coffee dyed. This was a sticker that I got like ages ago on Temu or something like that. I don't know what to do with them, so it just got stuck on here. And this also just got stuck on here. It's just a little piece of the fabric, and it's a bulb pin with a mother of pearl and a key. Here's the other side of that vintage doily. This is just a postcard from like a book of postcards you get when you travel. Here's another Raindrop Lila tag with just some ribbon at the top. And the last page is just as is. Here's more of the fabric. This is the Tim Holtz backing, the back of the book. And there we go. We made it through. Wonderful. I'm going to do a reel as well, and maybe that reel will bring some of you over to watch this video with me. I am very grateful for each and every one of you, and you know that. And again, happy holidays to everyone. Love and hugs. Bye for now.